right. So this is Barbells and Banter, Episode 9. Got a few of the boys on here. Josh,
Oh
Colin,
yeah.
welcome.
Hell yeah.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, no sweat, no sweat. You guys kind of want to just introduce yourselves, and I guess so to the people listening, watching. I met Josh and Colin through social media. So Josh is from North Carolina, and Colin is from where in Ontario you're from?
Just outside Toronto, a place called Ajax.
Okay, best kind. Yeah, so we all kind of met through TikTok, really, and kind of got put in a group chat together for engagement purposes, and now we're homies.
Here we are.
So yeah. So Josh, you want to introduce yourself? Kind of tell us a bit about yourself, a bit about why you started lifting.
Yeah. So like you said, I'm Josh. I'm from North Carolina. Just turned 22, and I started lifting, I'd say probably 6 years ago. 2 of those years, unfortunately, I spent doing CrossFit and kind of that style training because I was at a gym that I didn't really have a choice to go to. Both my parents went there, and they kind of were trying to push me into working out and getting into better shape. And I was definitely up for it, mostly because I did jiu-jitsu. I started out in mixed martial arts, and I wanted to get stronger for mixed martial arts. So I figured, why not join my parents at the gym and try and put on a little size? At the time, I was probably like 150 pounds and not very strong. But after the 2 years, when I went off to college, I got really, really dedicated to, I'd say, kind of more the power building side of things. I found a buddy who was really, really big into strength training, and I started squatting, deadlifting, and benching basically like 3 times a week, all of them 3 times a week, like multiple times, one session in the morning, one session at night. Got really strong, put on a good amount of size, and then I found bodybuilding and men's physique. And after about, I'd say 3 years of the power building, and I got really strong and kind of thick from all the food I was consuming in college. You know how it is, never ending buffet, anything you want on campus, Chick-fil-A, Subway every day.
Girls.
Come on. Can't complain. Girls, all of it. Oh, my girlfriend just gave me that look. I found bodybuilding, and I was like, man, I haven't done anything with weightlifting yet, other than look good in the gym and put on a couple pounds. By now I was probably like 185 pounds, pretty strong. And I started really looking into bodybuilding, like men's physique and classic physique. And at the time, I definitely thought I had some wheels on me just because I was squatting all the time compared to what I did have. And so I found a guy named Emerson Hadley who said that I should compete at some point. And I was all about it because, again, I'd never done anything with weightlifting or anything that has to do with, CrossFit, any of those sort of competitions. So I was like, sure, why not? Let's go for it. And this was last year. So I told him I was going to dedicate 1 year to basically bulking, trying to put on some clean muscle mass to see how big I could get, and decided to prep for this competition, OCB No Gear Classic, on May 22nd. And now I am 5 days out. And that's basically my story. Fell in love with the process. And here we are. Kind of met these guys through it right at the beginning of the decision to start prepping. And yeah.
Yeah, I remember when you started, and the diet phase is in full effect here today.
Oh yeah. It's getting rough.
Yeah, I'm sorry to say, but I think you lost me at CrossFit. I don't know. I think I'm done after that.
I don't blame you. I'd have gone and started making some food if you started talking about CrossFit. But
yeah, so then for me, obviously, as Brian said, I'm Colin from just like Toronto, a place called Ajax. Growing up, like I was always the small kid. Like I didn't hit my growth spurt until like grade 11. So I was always like 5'1", 5'2", like extremely tiny. I was a hockey player, always was in the gym, but never like extremely dedicated to lifting. So eventually I was kind of like, all right, screw this. I started hitting my growth spurt. I'm like, I've been picked on for being a small kid my entire life. I'm going to start getting strong and just put on some muscle and all that. Started going to the gym, and then I started to notice like very quick into my time going into the gym, I got pretty strong and started getting a lot stronger than like all my friends and even people who I'd known that had been lifting for a while. So then I kind of got convinced into doing powerlifting. So then within my first year of lifting, I was like 1,000-pound club. Like I had hit the 225 bench, 405 squat, 405 deadlift, and like a 315 squat. So I was kind of like, okay, let's kind of dedicate some time to that. I also had a hard time staying lean. So I kind of was like, all right, like I'm not gonna put that effort into stay lean. I enjoy eating whatever I want and just like getting strong and boosting my ego. So I did that for like 3.5 years. Did like 4 or 5 competitions. And then once COVID hit, I was kind of like, all right, I had prepped completely my whole entire 8 week contest prep for like my powerlifting comp, and the week, like my peak week going into my competition, COVID hit, and that's when the first lockdown was. So I was like, all right, kind of screw this. Let's just lean out and just kind of start to look good. And that's kind of when I fell in love with bodybuilding. And I've been kind of pushing it since then. But yeah, I plan on doing a show November, competing in classic physique, which will be fun. Same thing as Josh. Like I squat a lot, I bench a lot, but like my legs and chest are probably my 2 weakest points, which is kind of like the funniest thing is because I have an extremely high squat, my max, and my bench is extremely high as well. But it just goes to show you that the two don't really correlate. So yeah, it's pretty interesting. It's been a nice switch, but definitely been like nice on my body. But the switch from powerlifting to bodybuilding, you kind of really do realize like they're completely two different strains in your body. Like powerlifting, your bones, your joints, and all that stuff are like completely done all the time, versus your muscles and joints and all that stuff being tired, right? So
100%. I think we both kind of, or we all started off in like the same sort of path. Like we all started kind of like, I played hockey as well, so then that's kind of where the training kind of rooted from. I started training to kind of prevent injuries and like get better at hockey through like agility training, stuff like that, and that kind of slowly developed into eventually like power building. I hung out with a lot of like power lifters that actually competed, so like that was a big focus of mine for a long time as well. And same as you, Colin, like my chest and my legs are my biggest weak points. And like I'm pretty strong on bench and squat. And, you know, it's just like, it's one of those things I think for years where we were just kind of focused on building strength and like just doing whatever, like you said, like powerlifting and bodybuilding is completely different.
Yeah, it's like not dialing in to like grow the muscle versus it's completely changed. But the difference is like my back, same thing with you, like you have a ridiculous back. And I'd probably say like my back is probably one of my strong points as well. So it just goes to show you that like strength training for stuff on your back definitely helps develop it more.
Oh yeah, it definitely helped. Like deadlifting just definitely made a huge difference. Yeah. Especially in detail and stuff like that. Like it definitely makes a difference.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I actually hurt my back deadlifting whenever I was doing like heavy training, and I slipped a disc in my lower back, and I haven't even tried deadlifting since. I stick to RDLs for my hamstrings and like back extensions barely for building lower back. Unfortunately, as much as I liked deadlifting, it's just after I hurt my back, and it wasn't even about form. It was just, I was trying to ego lift, you know, a max one day without warming up, trying to be tough. Hey man, you won't come hit 4 or 5, no warm up. Who won't? Like, don't try me. And it's not even like that 4 or 5 was heavy. I think the most I ever hit on deadlift was 495.
Yeah.
And that one was a struggle, but still no warm up, 4 or 5. I have terrible idea. Hurt my back. Haven't deadlifted since. But Ryan, you were saying your squat and bench are strong, bro. Your deadlift is strong too. I've seen that video. Quit playing.
Thanks, Brett. Thanks.
Dude, that was impressive. The fact that you didn't deadlift for so long and then you still hit that, like that's impressive.
Yeah, no, I was actually super surprised because like I went on like for a while, like my max deadlift was it was like 495. Like I hadn't even hit 500, and then one day, like this was like back in like 2018, I hit 500 just like out of the blue. I was like, I'm just gonna hit it tonight. Literally the next week I pulled 545 and then like 565 like a couple weeks later. It was like yeah, it was just like, you know, you just like get into the groove of it. And like this day was just like, I mean, I've been doing like a lot of other hip hinge movements. Like I'll do like always either like every week I'll do either RDL with the bar or rack pulls. So like I'm getting the hip hinges in there anyways. So like I guess obviously it adds up over time and like carries over to your deadlift, but there's something about getting in the groove of, you know, actually deadlifting that makes a huge.
That's one thing I found the most for like strength training for me was like while I was powerlifting, like it was a steady progression. But then when I took like a little bit of time off and kind of focused on like developing my muscles a little bit more, and then came back, that's when my strength just went through the roof. Like it was ridiculous. It's like taking
you're more balanced then, right?
Right.
You're not hitting like when you're just powerlifting, you're not hitting like the smaller muscles or like so 100%
everything.
Yeah.
100%. So Colin, what are your plans to compete? Like, are you in prep right now?
No, so I'm technically around like 26 weeks out.
Okay.
Show I want to do. So not I'm starting prep. I'm doing a 16-week prep. So the show I want to do is the King Kong Naturals in Toronto, which is like November 15th or something like that.
Is that a
But
regional show?
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
But it all comes down to like COVID, right? Like,
Yeah.
so that's where I'm like hesitant to whether like I'm even gonna when it gets close to the date where my prep would start, I'll decide. But it kind of comes down to the fact like if we're still not open up here in Toronto, like, and I go through my entire prep and then the show gets canceled, it's like for my first show, like that would be like that would kill me. Like that would like suck so
Oh
much. Your
no.
first show, going through your entire prep, struggling through all that much, and then your show
All
gets
that
canceled.
dieting,
So,
all that cardio. Yeah.
yeah,
100%, man. And
I'd be mad.
there was a lot of people here, like when COVID like first all happened, like there was supposed to be a show here in Newfoundland in April, I think it was. So everything got shut down when like I think it was like February or something like that.
yeah,
Or
yeah,
March. It was March, yeah. And anyway, so people were like into prep, like they were like a month out, and then all this happened, and a lot of people were like, it was their first time prepping,
yeah,
and so that just all went down the drain. And how those people are trying to do it again this year, and like it's kind of like iffy. Like our show date here keeps getting pushed. It was originally supposed to be at the end of May, like May 30th or something like that. Then it got pushed to June 26th, and now it's July 17th.
yeah.
Um,
Crazy.
yeah, so it's tough for them. Like I don't really mind because I had to cut anyways,
Yeah,
and I just really wanted to. Um, but yeah, no, I completely get where you're coming from because like I had hoped to do the Toronto National Pro Qualifier at the end of July,
yeah,
which definitely is going to go ahead in July. Whether that goes ahead in August or whenever is another
yeah,
thing, right? So I think it's really dependent on kind of vaccines and everything like that, and
yeah. I
how
know they
fast it
said.
goes out.
I know they said for Ontario, like once it was like 75% of the population's vaccinated, then they'll start to fully open things up. And I believe they said we're over 50% now or something like that. So I
Yeah,
think
You guys getting them? The vaccinations?
I already got it.
Are they making you guys or are they just suggesting it
They're just suggesting it for,
yeah,
just to open back up? Yeah.
but it's
but
like, I don't know. I'm a big believer. I just trust science. And like, if they're going to put something in me to track me or whatever anyone has those conspiracy theories of, go ahead. I don't do anything interesting for you to track what the hell I do. So
yeah,
Fair enough.
no, I'm in the same boat, and like
Oh, yeah.
honestly, it's mostly just for like I feel like there will come a time where it's like, okay, you need to have this vaccine to travel outside your country, or you need
yeah.
to
Oh,
have this
for sure.
vaccine to do other things. So I'm like, may as well get it now when they're just like
Hmm.
really pushing it and it's like easy to get. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like I'm
Yeah.
getting mine this Sunday.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Fair
I got
enough.
the,
Fair enough.
I got the Pfizer and I didn't experience like I didn't feel anything after the first shot. My second shot's in like August, so I haven't felt really anything. I felt
Yeah.
completely normal.
I heard the
Nothing's
second
wrong.
shot's supposed to be a lot worse because like the dose in between like it
Yeah,
increases. So you're gonna feel more of the side effects, I think.
yeah,
But then again, you might not. I think it's completely dependent on the person.
yeah. That's what I've heard. It's depending on the person. They also said like because the second dose, they say for like the next 2 or 3 days after, you just kind of feel like groggy and maybe a little
Yeah.
minor headaches, stomach pain, but nothing too serious. But I mean, I feel like if you like aren't like a drama queen, I think you'll be able to handle it.
Yeah, fair, fair.
Feeling soft. Yeah.
Yeah,
Heard.
Yeah, yeah, legit. No, I feel like I really want to get it like the vaccine over with because that's something I'm worried about in prep because like my immune system is going to
yeah,
be a lot weaker. So I don't want to wait and push it till further into prep when like I'm more kind of immune compromised and like it'll just obviously have a bigger effect on me.
yeah,
Fair
So
enough.
like
And
if you
you're at 9 weeks out, aren't you?
yes, 9 weeks out now. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
yeah. So you're starting to dial your shit in now then too.
Yeah, everything's kind of well, I've been in prep since I started 16 weeks out, which will really now be 19 weeks out.
Hmm. Yeah,
Which is like it's been like I haven't really been struggling yet. Like the low carb days are like rough sometimes when I have like two in a row. But like where I started so far out, like my last prep I did an 8 week prep. So it was pretty like intense and like it was just like straight to the point, like 45 minutes on the stepper, like cut calories right away kind of thing. Um, but this time it's been a lot more gradual, so it's been a lot easier on my body. which has been good. And I've definitely been able to hold on to a lot more muscle too, which I'm happy about. So
Yeah, it's a big thing my coach has been stressing at me. Like, it's like it's for your first show, especially being a natural athlete. Like, take the longest prep you can do.
yeah,
Right.
I did 20 weeks.
Yeah,
Mine was 20 weeks. So
that's long.
probably could have done 16.
Yeah.
But my coach, just since it was the first time him working with me, he suggested doing longer the better to get to know your body, figured things out.
no, 100%, man. And like, did you ever like track calories or like diet before the show?
When I was bulking, oh yeah,
Yeah.
hard. Yeah, I
Okay.
check everything in MyFitnessPal,
Word.
every
Word.
single little calorie,
So
and my water.
it wasn't like a huge adjustment having to like for your coaching. Do you do meal prep or not meal prep? Sorry, meal plans or macros?
Macros.
Macros. Okay, interesting.
So macros and then sodium. That's about it.
Okay, cool. How long has you tracked sodium the entire prep?
The last 6 weeks.
Okay, interesting.
So
Interesting.
that way it gives your body apparently enough time to regulate to that exact amount. Like for me, it's 2,500, I think, milligrams is the measurement.
Yeah.
Maybe of sodium and potassium to keep that the same. And then during peak week right now, we're not pulling any water so that or any sodium, potassium, keep everything the same. The only thing he's cutting is carbs really, really hard this week. So
Right.
apparently that has the same thing works just as well as pulling water and cutting carbs. That way you don't come in too flat or you don't come in, looking too puffy based on drinking too much water.
Interesting. Yeah, because I for my last show I had water cut, and that was probably the worst part of the whole prep.
Not drinking.
Not drinking water, and then like actually having to water load. Like I had to drink like 7 liters of water the day before I water cut. So then I think it was the day before the show and the day of the show, I had like an ounce of water, which was
That's
rough.
crazy.
Yeah,
that's big rough.
So, but I also
right?
Sorry,
are you meal plan with your coach?
Yeah, I do meal plans. Yeah.
I think that's what my coach is looking to do.
Yeah, I kind of wish mine would have meal planned because I basically cook and do all that stuff on my own. So having to plan that day to day without being able to eat the same thing, I basically was eating the same thing because I didn't have a set meal plan to follow. He didn't give me like this meal is broken down into this many macros. You're gonna eat this every day for breakfast. It changed because some mornings I wake up at a different time and I'd have to combine my pre-workout and my breakfast meal and macros together. And, all that while doing school. Sometimes I get off work really, really late, or I'd be working in general. So I couldn't, prep during the day because I was studying for school. So I didn't have, that much accessibility when it came to food. I'd kind of just be kind of winging it essentially.
Yeah, no, it's definitely
if I would have had a set meal plan, it would have been a little easier probably.
Yeah, no, I agree. And it's less like, I feel like it's just less thought. Like you just eat the same thing every day. So you cook the same stuff, you know what to cook. And then it's just like, and your body also like, I feel like doing macros and like, obviously you're fine because like you said, you're eating the same things pretty much every day. But like for other people who don't know better or, just don't really care as much, it's like if they're switching their foods up every day and their body's changing, they're bloated one day and they're not the next, like it's a lot harder for the coach to actually track like, okay, what's going on? Like they ate like 15 different things yesterday. So it was like, how are you going to narrow that down to like kind of dial it in closer to the show?
Yeah.
But that's my thoughts on that.
Do you track your meals like down to timing as well? Both of you?
I am this last week. That's it. Just so I can stay fuller throughout the day.
Yeah.
I'm not going to eat right now for the next 4 days until Thursday. Friday, I get a carb load just because my competition is Saturday morning. But from yesterday until Thursday, I'm at only 1,320 calories a day, like 25 grams of carbs, 190 protein, 45 fat. And I'm spreading that out throughout the day to try and stay full as long as I can. But every day.
Are you doing classic and physique for this show, or is it just
physique? Just physique? They wouldn't let me do crossover.
Really?
Yeah. So, and plus, and to be honest, I mean, I just had to be honest with myself. I don't think my legs are big enough yet. I mean, I have pretty big legs, but now that I've cut a good amount of weight, because I started at 207 or like 206, 207 when I started this prep, I woke up this morning at like 167. So I've lost a lot. And I'm not going to lie, a decent amount of it not all of it obviously was muscle mass, unfortunately. You know, I've been measuring everything and keeping everything measured. I lost about 3/4 of an inch on my bicep and a good like inch on my legs. Again, burned all the fat off, so shredded as shit. You could see the striations, almost some feathering and veins, but that inch and a half that I thought was thickness and muscle turned out to just be water weight and fat. And I'm like, okay, you know, maybe my legs aren't big enough for classic yet.
Yeah.
And I don't even want to talk about calves. That's just
We're in the same boat there, man.
Dude,
that's
my
another.
calves are so small, bro. I train my calves 3 times a week.
Literally, I was talking to my girlfriend earlier today about how calves are genetic, and she tried to fry me because my dad has big calves. Your dad has big calves. Why don't you? And I was like, just give me a chance. He said they didn't come until they're 25. Give me a couple of years.
Yeah.
Babe, just agree with me, please.
But seriously, tell me they're big.
That's all we asked for. That's all we asked for.
I was at a photo shoot today, and I kept telling the photographer, I'm like, dude, I'm wearing shorts, like waist up. Don't get my calves.
Why are you so far away? Get a little closer.
Yeah.
Like, dude, just make sure the drone just goes hip up, like, please.
Yeah. That's sick though. You guys had a drone on the go for that?
Mm-hmm. So it was like an actual photographer that came in for this photo shoot. He had everything. Like it was like we did for this guy's company. It was like the whole product shoots for the website. Then we did like a promotional video, which is going to be pretty sweet. Like the photographer, like he does, like, you know, Toronto, like the rap scene in Toronto and all that stuff. Like he makes a bunch of like music videos for those guys in Toronto, and he charges a shit ton of money. Like he makes like $4,000 a weekend for his stuff. It's crazy. But we knew him from high school, so my buddy just got like a really good deal on him, and he had him for the full day, and we went to a bunch of different spots, got some shots. So yeah, it's gonna be pretty cool. Like I'm excited.
Unreal.
Boost my Instagram a little bit.
Yeah, no, dude, that's always good. Like one of my buddies here, he does you guys have probably seen it, Engage Fitness on my page, but like he just like, I go to all the photo shoots and like I just get sent like the pictures, and it's good for my Instagram because like there's just high quality photos that are a little different from what I normally post in the gym, and it's good to just kind of switch it up, you know, spice up the IG.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's nice. That's what I've noticed too. Like, because you guys know, I just switched back to my other Instagram, but like for so long, I was like so concerned about, okay, I'm just gonna keep my stuff on the one page, like the fitness Instagram, because if someone wants to follow me, they want to follow me. But if they don't want to follow me for my fitness stuff, they don't have to. But like this girl I talked to, she kind of like just drilled into my head, like people follow you for you, and if you post fitness stuff or if you don't, who cares? Like if they want to follow you, they'll follow you. So
yeah, I've kind of noticed that because I have my fitness account too, and it's only at like 100, I think like 60 followers, and I've had it for about 2 or 3 years now. And I've noticed I started posting like more of my fitness, like posing videos, and that one checkup post on my main page. I think I lost like 40 or 50 followers in the span of a week.
Yeah.
After all the likes and views came in, I was like, damn, people really only follow you for like what they want to see, I guess. Some people will follow you just because they're friends with you or whatever, but you start posting, some people, they see that fitness stuff, they're like, oh, get that off my page, you know, I don't want to see it. Other people
I don't understand is the people that are so anti-fitness. It's like they're just so mindset. It's like I don't even want to see that I'm going to unfollow someone if they post fitness content. It's like,
yeah, genuinely,
it's actually crazy.
It's confusing, but
I'm in the same boat though. Like I have my fitness account and then I have a personal account as well. And it wasn't until probably this summer that I actually started to like grow my fitness account. And like my fitness account is like, I have more than double followers on my fitness account than I do on my personal. And like maybe like 10% of the people that follow my fitness account are people that follow my personal, like people from like high school and stuff like that. Just because they really don't care about that stuff.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to do, was to kind of grow, and my one was growing, and that's why I was so concerned about coming back. But what I did notice is that a lot of people who like followed me on my private wanted to know about my fitness stuff, so they would message me all the time on my main page about fitness stuff for advice and all that. But they wouldn't go follow my fitness account. So I was like, what's the point in me even having a fitness account if you're going to message me on this page about fitness? So
yeah.
It's been fine. I lost some followers, but then I also like
gained
a bunch of people gave me shout outs and stuff like that. So I did kind of bring some more fitness traction over there. So it's not
bad. 100%, man. I wish there's a way, like if there's a way that I can merge my two accounts, I 100% would.
That's what I wanted. That's what I wished. happened to mine.
Yeah. Yeah, but unfortunately there's not. But
Yeah, it sucks. But I mean, honestly, I just got a text from Luke, and he said he thought we were on at 8:30.
8:30 his time.
8:30.
Yeah.
What
So I
is
was like, nah, dude, we're on right now.
tell me he can hop on now if he wants. We're just
That's nice.
chatting.
I'm like,
8:30. Where in the chat did he even read 8:30 at?
I don't know where you got that from.
it's 8:30 your time though, Ryan, right?
It was 8 o'clock my time.
Yeah. So I don't know. Zoom link. I'm telling Zoom links in the chat.
Yeah. Yeah, but anyways, Josh, so your show is going to go ahead, I'm assuming.
Yep, this Saturday.
So are you guys gonna have an audience at that, or like is there any restrictions? Like what's the deal?
Oh, you got it. Sorry, my girlfriend's trying to open a door while carrying a bunch of stuff. So there was a bunch of restrictions. There was a limit on tickets at one point, and we had to wear masks. The Coliseum was like sectioned off, 6 feet apart, chairs, everything. And then literally a week ago, the organizer of the event sent out an email and said, hey, because North Carolina dropped their COVID restrictions essentially. They said, hey, all ticket sales are back up. You know, we can go to max capacity now. You don't have to wear masks. Contestants don't have to wear masks, but they can if they want to, but they don't have to now. Like previously, the competitors on stage had to wear masks. All concessions are going to be open back up now. So, and I tried to go buy, a couple more tickets because eventually, or originally it was limited. And then I tried to go back and get a couple more tickets and it was sold out like that.
That'd be nice.
Damn.
So apparently there's going to be a pretty packed crowd and everything's open. So all the hotels in the area are booked completely. All my friends have been trying to get hotels to come out because I booked early because of a discount with the event. They can't get hotels anymore. Half of them are doing Airbnbs now.
Damn. So
my coach is having the same problem.
Where's your show gonna be?
It's in Greensboro, North Carolina. So it's like 3 hours away from where I live.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. It's at some like big like Coliseum complex thing. I don't know. I'd have to read you the exact name of it, but
Okay, that's sick though.
yeah, I'm excited for it. Now
gonna
that there's
be
a lot more
cool.
people, it's going to be obviously more pressure. But
Yeah.
I was about to say, you're more nervous now or what?
But dude,
go ahead, Ryan.
honestly though, when you're on stage, literally the only people you can see, well, when I was on stage, the only people I could see were the judges really. And I could really see them just because the lights are so bright and they're shining literally directly at you. And like when you out there, all you're thinking about is like doing your posing routine and like hitting your poses and keeping your core tight and stuff. So it's not like you're really focused on the crowd. Like there's people like yelling in the crowd and stuff when I was on stage and like you barely notice it, right? So
yeah, fair
super
enough.
cool experience though. Super cool. Like just being on stage, it's just like you're the only one out there. It's
hyped for it, dude.
Surreal.
Oh yeah, my in men's physique, you get like a T walk, like a T pose, and it can be up to a minute long. And that's obviously a solo routine. And I'm doing like a Star Wars based audio that my buddy, because my buddy makes beats. And so I had him custom edit together like a minute long Star Wars audio. I don't know. I sent it in the group chat. I don't know if you guys heard it.
No, I don't think I did.
I can play it or I can send it to our group chat on Instagram. You can check it out, but it's,
I say you do it right now.
Yeah, play a little snippet of it.
I got you. It's just the intro that's basically fire. And then the last,
I think we see your whole posing routine right here, right now.
I'll fucking do
Barbells
it.
and Banter.
I'll turn this camera around in my basement right now. I'll do the right now.
You actually can if you want.
You should.
If you want to see it, I'd have to get my girlfriend down here to click play on the audio.
Let's do it.
She just went upstairs to drop off food, but I'll give you a little snippet of what the beginning sounds like. And then whenever she gets back, she doesn't mind doing that, I'll show you the pose.
That'd be what, a first on the podcast? A full
pose?
It's
the first pose off on Potter.
Yeah.
So this is the beginning. This is how it's going to start.
I can't really hear it.
probably, I don't know how well you can hear it. I can send the link in the group chat and you can like actually listen to it on your phone where it's
Yeah, send me the link, dude, and I'll literally just put the audio over this section of the podcast. So like,
Yeah, I couldn't hear it.
Oh, could you really not?
No.
You can barely hear it. Yeah.
For holding it then. Hold on. Let me just send it to the group chat.
But yeah, so you get 60 seconds for your men's physique routine.
Yeah, amateurs get 60 seconds and pros get 90. And I was watching all the routines from all like the past couple competitions. Everybody goes out there with like dumbass songs, like Happy by Pharrell Williams. Like imagine trying to pose to that, or the house music, and they're on stage for like 20 seconds max, like 15, 20 seconds. I'm like, dude, I'm going to use all 60 seconds to show off this physique that I've been building for 16 weeks.
100%, bro.
Like
100%. Take
advantage.
If I can custom like show that shit off, I'm gonna do it. You know, I paid for this. This competition was expensive. Y'all are gonna look at my body for the full 60 seconds. We're playing with me.
Yeah, we only got like at my show, my first show, we only got it was like 10 or 15 seconds to do our routine. So you literally just went up and like hit like 4 poses and walked off stage.
Yeah.
For physique.
For men's physique, yeah. For classic, I get 60 seconds.
Yeah, classic 60.
Mine consists of 1, 2, 3, 4. Mine's 7 poses, and the final pose is the Ziz pose. So
damn, bro.
Had to. I'm trying to figure out how to fucking like save a link because I have it saved in files on my phone.
Ryan, do you have your routine down yet for your show?
Yeah, I do. I gotta practice it more, but like I got it down.
Yeah. It's so hard, dude.
Oh, it is, bro. It's like, and like the thing I found, like the hardest part is the transitions. Like I'm pretty good at like hitting each pose, but transitioning between those poses is difficult. Dude, we should get on TikTok live later and we can do some posing.
I'm down.
Yeah, let's do it.
I'm too fluff. I'm still too fluffy to do it with tarps off. So
yeah,
log the crap out of me if we do that. But
you're gonna have to do the little swoosh where he puts the pulls his stringer down just so it's hanging over his little muffin top.
Yeah. Dude, man, like it's so crazy though with stuff like TikTok live, man. It's like people come in and a lot of people don't understand. I think a lot of people that watch us or fitness people on social media don't really understand the process of fitness and like that you're not shredded year round. So like when I was like peak bulk, and you can clearly tell in my face I was peak bulk, and like my face, my cheeks, I look like a Pillsbury Doughboy. These guys are like looking at me like, yo, show us your abs. I'm like, dude, I clearly don't have abs right now.
Yeah, look at my face, bro.
Be like, look at this. My chin is like coming out. Like, what are you doing? Like, I'm not.
That's one thing that I'm kind of happy came from this whole cut is like the jawline and everything.
Jawline action, yeah.
My fucking face was fat before this competition.
Yeah.
Quit shaking your head. You know it was fat. You saw it.
Oh, the girlfriend's back?
She's back now.
Oh, so does that mean we get the posing routine now or what?
If you want to see the posing routine, I'll show you the posing routine. But you guys, you got to figure out how to play the audio along with it so you guys can actually like it be synced.
I'll edit it so the posing is up to par. Like we'll figure it out. I'll edit the audio over this somehow.
All right. I sent the link in the Instagram. I tried clicking the link. I'm not sure if it worked. Let me figure out where to move you on my computer. Babe, I need you. I need you to hold this camera to show.
This is actually sick.
It's an exclusive for the video viewers on YouTube, right?
Backwards.
Download a copy of this audio.
Josh,
my views are gonna go through the roof after this, bro.
I know.
I'm fucking bloated as hell right now. Not feeling it.
Might get age restricted.
All right, so you're gonna hold the camera and you're gonna show it. That's my basement, by the way, boys. This is my home gym down here.
This is your home gym, bro? What?
Yeah, that's my home gym around this corner.
Dude, what? Why hasn't this been talked about? Like, how did we miss it?
I don't know. This is just my dad's little home gym. That's what he does. This is where he works out at, so he doesn't have to pay for membership.
Dude, take us on a little tour. That looks sick.
Oh, you want a tour?
I got a full on leg press in there.
Yeah, we got a little leg extension, leg hamstring curl machine right here.
Bro.
Got the leg press.
Smith machine.
Got some barbells, some light stuff.
Yeah.
3 little barbells. Good old Smith machine. You can attach these. It's got the little side attachments that you can put on if you want to use that free weight barbell over there.
Yeah.
Desk to do your things in. Camera. or full mirror.
That's nuts, bro.
An old hoist style machine. I don't even know if that company still sells fucking decent equipment anymore, but pretty good. Elliptical, a bike that doesn't work,
Dude, you don't even need a gym.
treadmill, rower, booty blaster, inversion table, some attachments for other stuff, and then a dumbbell rack that goes up to 50s with a fan, and then another mirror.
Damn, bro. That's sick.
That's been the biggest issue for me with home gyms is like I got the weight I needed, like in plates to hit numbers that I wanted to hit, but dumbbells for dumbbell work, dumbbells are so expensive that it's like,
Yeah, they are hella expensive. All right, I got to
Dude.
figure out where I can, because I have to like walk across the stage for this routine.
So I was just while Josh is setting that up, I was super lucky because I work at a gym.
Mhm.
And I'm the only employee at the gym besides the owner. So I just literally took an adjustable bench and dumbbells up to like 90. And yeah, I was set, but that's all I really had, right?
Could you not have just worked out? Like, would they like not have allowed you just to go to the gym?
The thing is like the gym is in an office building.
Oh,
So it's like, it's kind of tricky because there's like there's like dentist offices in there that's like kind of essential. So you just gotta like stay away from it kind of thing.
yeah.
But
That's why I tried to
Trying to figure out how to get this set up real quick. Give me a second.
it's all good.
I tried to convince the gym people, like, I mean, I go to a Good Life, so it's kind of commercial. So
Yeah.
like, it's kind of hard for them to give me anything, but I tried to convince them to give me a bunch of stuff in the first lockdown. And they like, I looked at me like I was an idiot. It's like, are you stupid?
Yeah.
So,
you're like, do you know who I am?
dude, I'm like, come on, like you've almost kicked me out of the gym like 3 times, but like, let's go.
All right. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have my girlfriend just, I guess, hold the camera right here, and she can like follow it as I walk across. I don't really have anywhere to walk this way, but she'll try and, I guess, do the best you can to the audio.
Are you gonna do this? Are you gonna do the stash?
No, I can't grow a stash. I don't have enough time, bro.
Are you going to, Ryan?
Dude, I can't grow facial hair.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Ryan, that's cap. You need to do the C-bum stash.
I would if I could, bro. I want to so bad.
I'm gonna do it. I have to. Well, when I'm doing my firefighting shit, I'm only allowed to have a mustache anyways. So
Okay.
most of the year, I only have a mustache. So
All right,
Yeah.
so I'm about
The
to
only
start the
times-
audio. Whenever I say so, just click the little play button.
Whatever I say so.
I don't know if you'll be able to hear or see me very well. How good the lighting is. Bad as fuck.
No, your dad's look nice,
bro.
Ready? So they'll obviously bring you out on stage. You know how it goes, Ryan.
Yeah.
Go ahead and click play.
At last, my boy, I have been every voice you have ever heard inside your head. The dark side of the Force is a pathway to many abilities some consider to be unnatural.
That's gross.
And the time ends.
Yeah, that's nuts, bro.
Taking charge of the stage, walking back and forth too. That's all good for you.
That's what I'm saying, bro. It's gonna look good.
You
Thanks.
just gotta be a cocky asshole right there and just own the shit.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm hoping I'll be able to wear a mask still, because low key I've been practicing without a mask on, or with a mask on, because I needed to wear one a week ago and now I don't.
Yeah.
So
Your facial expressions, you're not worrying about your facial
sorry.
expressions.
Thank you to the girlfriend. She killed it.
Thank you, girlfriend.
Good work, girlfriend.
Yep. Good work, girlfriend.
Dude, your delts and biceps like nuts.
Yeah, the biceps, like, look pretty
I'm
ridiculous.
not going to talk about how dog shit the conditioning is.
Like they're popping. Nah, bro, you're gonna be good. You're gonna be
Yeah, you'll
good.
be fine.
I mean,
Especially
I still
when you
have this.
can.
this last week, like I said, I mean, I've drinking a fuck ton of water, and I literally had like half my calories, like 700 calories, about 30 minutes before this started. So I'm feeling pretty fucking bloated right now, but
You look good, bro. You look good.
Yeah, you do look good. And once you get your tan, when are you getting your tan? Are you doing your tan with the show or are you doing it yourself?
I know when I did it, I had to do it with the show.
You had to?
I had to run back and get my.
Well, you didn't have to, but it was like, it would have been really bad if I didn't.
What was the question?
I would have been kind of outcasted.
Are you doing your tan with the show or without the show?
With OCB requires you use their vendor. Their guys like Blaze Bronzing or something.
Yeah.
And you have to use them. It's $120, but it gets you 3 sessions. I'm doing mine Friday night, the first tan session, then the second one, and then touch-ups and like one more like right before you go out, like 2 or 3 hours right before you step on stage.
Yeah.
So
do you see how do you watch James English, Josh? I know Colin probably does.
I've definitely watched a good amount of his videos, but I'm not following him on anything. I've seen him on TikTok all over, and I've seen him with Sush.
Yeah, but he's taking this peptide now. It's called melanotan, and it basically just increases like your melanin, so like you get tan quicker.
I was literally just about to ask. That sounds like shit that would do that. That was gonna be my next question.
What's that? Yeah, it's called melanotan, I think.
Melatonin?
No, it's not melatonin. Sounds like it though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a peptide. Like, peptides are like similar to SARMs, I think.
Yeah,
But it increases your melanin, and basically you're just able to get tanned quicker. So you do like a few, like go out in the sun or like do a few like tanning bed sessions, and he's like black now. Like it's crazy.
Really?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
They've actually like gotten extremely knowledgeable. Like through time watching them, like I don't watch them religiously, but how progressively knowledgeable James and Sush. Well, James has taught Sush everything, but
Yeah.
how knowledgeable they've both gotten on like PEDs like that is kind of crazy.
Derek, man. It's because they have Derek. They just text Derek anytime they're worried about something.
That's good. I didn't even know Derek was Canadian, bro.
Dude, I literally found that out the other day.
Yeah, someone told me. I was like, what? I'm like, what part of Canada is he from?
Yeah, because I always wondered. I was like, why hasn't Derek gone to visit like James and Sush? Like, because like I assumed like he would get on the modcast with them, and I was like, why isn't Derek here? And like they're like, oh, like he lives in Canada, like he's far away, like it's a trot, right? So yeah, I don't know where he lives in Canada though. That's so random.
Low key.
He is low key.
Like,
Really
but
is.
also his like how fast he pushes out content is kind of crazy, to be honest.
It's absurd, man.
It's like 20 videos a week.
That's nuts.
Like what?
Yeah.
I could not imagine.
Dude, I have a hard time posting a single
All that
TikTok
time.
every day.
I know, bro. I know. It takes me a good week
I
to
haven't
like
posted in like a month.
do up a YouTube video. Yeah. Like putting out content is tough. Josh, did you have any cheat meals during your prep?
Any cheat meals?
Or like refeeds?
If my coach watches this, no, I had no cheat meals. Swear to God. But if you don't watch this, Emerson, yes, I definitely had a couple that he didn't know about, but they were on my refeed days. So we did, instead of actual cheat meals or cheat days, he'd give me like a full refeed day where he would boost my carbs up to 700 grams. And he said that 250 to 300 of them could be bad. So those 250 to 300 would consist of usually cereal, like Reese's Puffs and like cereal bars.
Yeah.
Obviously Chick-fil-A, just because got to get those carbs in there as well. And like maybe some donuts or just something really, really shitty, some horrible carbs for you, and a soda.
Yeah.
And then the rest would be my rice, oats, potatoes, the healthy-ish carbs.
Yeah. Gotcha.
I did this whole prep, I had 4 refeeds. And
okay, cool.
I'm having one more the day before my show Friday, really just to get pumped up for Saturday morning.
100%.
And then slow carb intake Saturday morning. But as far as actual just like an individual meal, yeah, it definitely could have been a little more strict on my diet in the early weeks or in the beginning of the prep. Yeah. I'd say the last 8 weeks though, no, I did not cheat at all because I wasn't seeing my abs come in, my conditioning come in as much. So I was like, you know what, fuck it. I'm going to get really strict. Chicken and rice, like 2 times a day, tilapia with potatoes.
Yeah.
And then my protein shakes. And
Yeah,
that's how it's
good.
kind of been the last 8 weeks. You know, every now and then you'll go over your carbs by a couple grams if you cut up too much potato or something, but it's nothing that cardio can't take care of, burn off those extra carbs. But as
Yeah.
far as like a full cheat meal, no, nothing strict past 8 weeks out.
Yeah.
So
I'm probably in the same boat. I think I've had three cheat meals now. And it's mostly just because the show got pushed so much and I was ahead of where I should have been.
yeah.
But I'm probably not going to have any or many more now. Just going forward, like my plan's been the same the past 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah.
So, which I'm fine with. I'm happy about where I am right now. So,
Yeah. Now, as a classic competitor, what is your split looking like?
I just do like a bro split, but like I'll do I do back, rest day, chest, arms, rest day, legs, shoulders, and then back again.
Oh yeah.
But then like I'll work on like my weak points, like on shoulder day, I'll do a little bit of biceps, a little bit of upper chest, and obviously then on chest day, focus on the upper chest, and so on, and do a little delts on the chest day as well. So yeah. It hasn't really changed much.
Does your
That's
coach
one thing.
delegate your training as well, Ryan?
Sorry?
Does your coach delegate your training as well? Like, is he?
No, I just do all my own training.
Yeah. Okay.
That's how it was with me as well. My coach gave me like a full workout program to follow, but I wasn't getting sore from it. And I know he said to like progressively overload it, obviously, as the weeks went by, and I was doing that, but those same exercises almost every single week, every single, rest day on Thursday and Sunday, and then 2 days was not doing it for me. So I kind of switched it up and was doing like a bro split into like an Arnold split, and then back, I was switching back and forth kind of.
I found for me, every 9 weeks, I don't know why 9 weeks, just kind of what I do. Every 9 weeks, I change my split. So like I'm doing what I'm doing now, and then in 9 weeks, I switch it up to something else, and then 9 weeks again, I switch it up. To me, like for whether that's extremely smart or not, I don't really know the science behind it or anything, but I find it helps me shock my muscles a lot more. To kind of switch up the frequency of which muscle groups I'm training and all that. And in those 9 weeks, I really tried to focus on certain muscle groups to kind of bring up. So I don't know, it works well for me. So
yeah, man, that's the thing. Like whatever works for you works for you. Like everybody's going to be different. And
yeah, that's one thing I found is you got to figure out what works best for your body, especially during prep, like what foods you react to the best, what doesn't make you feel bloated, what training styles, obviously, work the best for you to maintain muscle and what feels good.
Yeah,
everybody's
100%.
different.
And
so
back to what you were saying too, Josh, like I find especially during prep, like switching up what I'm doing, like my actual split or like just doing what I want during prep helps a lot more. Cause like I find some days I get to the gym, like when it gets closer to the show and I'm just so unmotivated. So like, actually doing a program or a split that I want to do, I'm actually interested in doing, or switching up an exercise here and there makes like a huge difference.
Yeah, that's 1,000% true.
Yeah.
And especially these last, do what?
Go ahead, Josh.
I was going to say these last couple weeks, especially, not going to lie, I think I've went over and watched every single Machiavelli motivation video as possible, humanly possible on YouTube, as well as Mulligan Brothers, just to get through workouts. Because no matter how much I change things, my body is just fucking tired from the lack of food and dieting and cardio, especially because again, conditioning isn't where it needs to be. So my cardio is higher.
100%,
But this last week has been rough. So like you were saying about being unmotivated, you kind of got to switch things up a little bit to stay motivated and be like, okay, well, this exercise works well with this exercise on this day, this training day. But I guess it is what it is.
Totally, man. What were you saying, Colin?
I honestly don't remember, but I don't know why. I forget things so easily, but whenever I lose motivation, I watch C-Bum's 2019 posing routine. Don't know what it is.
Yeah.
That routine for me, like that shit just hypes me up.
Dude, I watched his 2020 Olympia like documentary, like the Olympia series, like probably 15 times. Like
that shit is like low key, like hype. It's like a hype video.
It is
in like the slightest sense.
Yeah, and it's like
Definitely
emotional too. Like it'll get you in feels.
Yeah,
for sure.
His motto, like the pressure is a privilege stuff, like that. Like, if you really like break that down and kind of really understand that, like to me, like that's kind of helped me develop the motivation of like you really don't need motivation to go to the gym. Like the gym is your pressure, which is your privilege, right? Like
100%.
it's a privilege to be able to go to the gym. So being someone who needs motivation to go to the gym, it's like you're not in the right mindset. You gotta switch that mindset to be like, okay, I have the privilege of being able to go to the gym and have the access to a gym to better myself. I shouldn't have to fight myself to get there. Right?
Yeah, dude, 100%.
Like
I was gonna make a video on that, like literally, like either today or tomorrow, because like a lot of people here are like complaining about prep and like how much it sucks that like shows might be pushed and like they're complaining about being uncertain about stuff, but like they I guess they're just not in the mindset that being able to even do this, like from a physical standpoint, mental standpoint, and even financial, like to be able to do this is like a pretty big deal. Like it is seriously a privilege to be able to do it. So like to actually do it and complain about it then it's just like I can't even really fathom it. Like it doesn't make sense to me, you know what I mean?
That's where a lot of people ask me and they bring up to me like, dude, like Colin, how are you stay motivated? Like how do you stay dedicated? Like what made you want to do this? And I'm like, dude, it started out, it rooted from something that was like a trauma. That trauma rooted why I kind of pushed myself to work out. But then it became like a habit. And from that habit, it became like a privilege. So it's like, okay, you really realize like there's people around the world, especially in COVID and even in Canada, the United States, that don't even have the access to go like to a yard, to go outside or be able to go for a run, stuff like that. It's like even the slightest bit of physical activity is a privilege, right? So 100%. Being able to have access to someone to actually do proper workouts with, not taking advantage of that, in my opinion, is definitely a missed opportunity.
For sure.
No, we're blessed, man, for sure. Honestly, boys, that's a pretty good spot to leave off on, I think.
I think so.
I agree.
Hit the people with some motivation. But I appreciate you boys coming on. That was a great chat. And
absolutely.
Josh will be in contact throughout the week. I'm sure you're gonna kill it and keep grinding through peak week now. You're almost there.
Thank you. I'm working. I'm trying. About to go eat my last 7 grams of carbs for the day. I got one more rice cake.
Yeah.
We should hop on a live sometime too. Just TikTok.
I'm down. I mean, if I could hop on a TikTok live, I would. Number one, I don't have 1K followers because I'm dog water. And number two, I don't live in Canada. And in Canada, the only place you can duel live on TikTok, apparently.
Oh, that's true.
You can co-host now.
Can you?
Mm-hmm.
Even with somebody with less than 1,000 followers?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, I was about to say, if
actually,
that's the case,
you might be able to guest host. Like I might be able to bring you in to be like a guest on the live. I don't know if I can do it. I'm not sure.
We can figure it out. If not, we can do Instagram or something like that too.
Yeah, we can do Instagram.
Yeah, I'm always down with Insta Live too.
Yeah.
But
either way. Appreciate it, boys.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
All right. Take care.
Thanks for having us, Rob.
Yeah, have a good one.